Hello. This time we're going to talk about plotting and basic visualization in MATLAB. So let's jump right in. I'm going to start a new script. Start out with the normal stuff, clear, format, compact, CLC. Now to have something interesting to plot, we're going to just create a little sine wave. So let's do that real quick. Have a time vector from 0 to, let's say 8, let's say 10. In increments of 1, and we'll say that y is the sine of t. Sine is a new function, but that's just, sinusoid. So real basically, the plotting function, if we want to pass it one argument, we can just pass, why don't we just pass y first. So let's save this. I'll call it gav plot1. Alright, now I'm going to run this. Make sure this is visible to you. Okay. Actually, I'm going to dock this inside. Make it a little bit bigger so we can see what's going on. Alright. So a couple things to note. When you just have one variable, it assumes that is going to be the vertical axis, and then the horizontal axis is the index. So y is a 1 by 1001 vector, so you can see this is the element index that we're plotting by. Now if we wanted to plot x and y, so we have a time vector, and we'd like to see how they plot. So this is more like a scatter plot, a connected scatter plot. We can do it this way. And then you see this is actually time, and this is the amplitude of, the output of y. Alright, I want to keep this basic, but there's a couple important things that you'd be good to see. First, it's usually helpful to turn a grid on, unless it's too messy. That just kind of gives you a nice background reference points. A couple other things. There's xlabel. I'll call this time seconds. I'm just pressing F5 to save time here. That's the same thing as pressing run. Ylabel to talk about, maybe this is output in volts, let's just say. Pressing F5 again. Title. My experiment, we'll call it. So that lets you kind of talk about what's going on in this. One other quick thing, we have just a little bit more time. I'm going to make a y2. And this one is going to be equal to 1.1 times the sine of 1.3 times t. So it's just a little bit bigger and a little bit faster than the last. Alright, if I hit F5, it's going to add the variable to the workspace, but I haven't plotted anything yet. So now I'm going to do something interesting. I'm going to turn hold off, plot all these things, or just plot this one thing, turn hold on, and then plot t by y2. When I press F5 here, you can see what happens. Where the hold function, or the hold condition, basically just says, do you want to overwrite what's on the plot, or do you want to leave what's there and add to it? Sort of like append versus overwrite. So the first one we turn hold off, the second one we turn hold on, and everything after that it will continue to be on. So in other words, if we had a y3 equals to 0.8 times sine of t over 3, and then plotted that, you can see that there. Okay, let's see, anything else? I think that's kind of the basics that will kind of get you started. There's a legend command that's useful. Also, if you want to refer to figures, you can This is one way to do it. This could be figure 1, and maybe we want to do that there, and then maybe this one will be figure 2. So if I do this, we'll actually, I'll turn the holds off. Plot that, and plot that. Oops, I'm forgetting something. Accidentally had a curly brace instead of a regular parentheses. There we go. So here's our second figure. I'll just put it in here. So figure 1 and figure 2. That makes it really easy. And I think that'll do it for the time we have here. A little bit about plotting and visualizing data. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.